Trudy here. Today I'm going to take you through a core strength class, okay? Before the pandemic, on a Monday night at 7:15 at OVAC, I taught a core strength class. We used to have so much fun. It was great fun, and I know we'll get back to that one day. If you ask me what is core, core is if you cut your legs and your arms off, everything else, including the glutes, are front and back. That's your core, that's your central pillar. All right, so we're gonna work that whole area today. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mind-body connection to start. You're gonna ground your feet to the floor by gripping. You're gonna feel those arches come up. What should automatically happen are those glutes should squeeze together, all right? And you should feel a real tension in your anterior core. So let's keep that connection. Thumbs go up and let's exhale as we open up the chest and open up those shoulders. You're concentrating on those shoulder blades coming back and together. Exhaling fully as you go back. This is a good exercise to do during the day, especially if you're sitting a lot. Couple more here. One more. Okay, let's rotate those shoulders, circles. Stay connected to the ground. Keep those glutes contracted. Couple more. Okay, let's go to our edge of our mat. We're going to walk down. All right, inchworm down to a plank. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, so we're going to right foot forward. We're going to do the world's greatest stretch. You're going to take this right arm and it's going to go down on the floor, and then you're going to rotate up. You're going to hold that position, okay? Feel that shoulder blade coming back. Now, drop this shoulder. Don't let this shoulder right here go up. All right, and squeeze that left glute, and then back down to half kneeling and a hamstring stretch, okay? That's the world's greatest stretch, it's called. So now we're gonna go over to the other side. So back up to a runner's lunge, right leg goes back, left foot comes forward, all right? So now we're gonna squeeze that right butt cheek. Left arm goes down as far as you can get it, and then you're going to rotate up. Hold that pose. Feel that shoulder blade coming back. Squeeze that right butt cheek, okay? Feel that good hip flexor stretch in that right side. Now back down, back knee goes down, hamstring stretch, okay? I want you to do it just like that. We're going to do several more rounds. And left foot goes back, right foot goes forward. All right, now squeeze that left butt cheek down, rotate up, pause for a count of 1, 2, back down, hamstring stretch, pause for a count of 1, 2, back up, left, right, leg back, left, down, rotate, hold, back down, sink it, hold, chest out proud, back up, other side. Other side. We're going to do one more on both sides. Hold that pose for 2. Sink those hips back, stick that chest out. Last one. On the left side, hold, and hold. All right, let's go back into that plank. Knees go down, go into child's pose quickly. Back up, we're gonna do cat-cow, so really spread those fingers around, open, spread those fingers, grip that floor, and as we go into cat, we are going to inhale, navel to backbone. Exhale, into cow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hold out here in cow. Now we're going to change it up. You're going to exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Go into child's pose. Stretch those hands forward. Now take the left hand, go over to the left side. Right hand follows. You should be able to feel a really good stretch in that right side of the body. Go over to the right. Left hand follows. Good stretch in that left side. Back over to the left. Back over to the right. Back over to the left. And back over to the right. Now back into regular child's pose. Stretch it out. Okay, back up on all fours. Grip that floor with those hands. We're going to do something called vomiting cat. You are going to pull as you exhale deeply, okay? You're going to pull that core in as you exhale. Navel to backbone, not a big lift, okay? Not a big exercise. And relax. Exhale, pull it. Relax. Exhale again. Relax. Don't drop that head. And again. Relax. One more time here. Exhale. And relax. Go into child's pose. All right. Okay. So now we're going to start with some glute activation. And 3 ways to do this. You're going to be down on the floor. Okay. You're in a straight line. And then you're just going to lift this leg up. We're working that gluteus medius, so if you put your thumb right on your hip bone, take that pointer finger and put it just back of that. That's your gluteus medius, all right? And that's what we're going to work. So if you're here, maybe bend your knee to keep that balance and pigeon toe that foot a little bit, and then you're just going to go slightly back. Every time you go back, you're going to squeeze that glute, all right? You're going to keep that core tight. Or you can be here doing the same thing. You'll get a little bit of oblique work too. Or you can be up here with me. Okay, so right now, right foot is out. We're going to take this left hand, we're going to put it underneath this elbow, and we're going to go long. Okay, we're not going to go like this. You're long, your neck is long. Right. I hope I'm right. Get my knee here. All right, so what I want you to do is to flex that foot, slightly pigeon toe it, pull that core in, and let's lift. You should feel it here in that gluteus medius, and down. And 2, pull that core in, and down. And 3, down. 4, down. 5, 6, down, 7, down, 8, this shoulder down is up against that imaginary wall, the head is back, and this is 10, down, 11, you're not looking down at the floor, 12, down, 13, down, 14, squeeze it at the top and hold it up there for a 2 count, and 15, down, 16, down, 17, down, 18, down, 19, down. We're going to hold it up 120 and you're going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, squeeze, 4, 5, 6, pull that core in, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, hold it up there, forward circles, 1, try to get it as big as you can and slow, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, reverse it, 1, woo, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower it, pound that sucker out. You just got a free injection in your buttocks. All right? People spend a lot of money for those injections. You just got a free one. All right, let's set ourselves up. Whatever you did on that side, do the same way on this side. Hand goes underneath that shoulder, make yourself long, pigeon toe that foot down, pull that core in. This top shoulder is back up against that imaginary wall, so is your head. And up, hold that pose, and down. 2, down. 3, down. Pull that core in. 4, squeeze, down. 5, woohoo, down. 6, down. 7, down. 8, down. Squeeze it. 9, yes, down. 10, down. 11, down. 12, down. 13, down. 14, squeeze it. 16, 17, 18, 19, squeeze it. 20, hold it up there, let's pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hold it up there, forward circles, and 1, nice and big. 2, and 3, 4, pull that core in. 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Reverse that sucker, and 1, and 2, woo, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Pound it out. Woo, feels good. You do those every day. Man, by summer, your glutes are going to be awesome. Buns of steel, remember that? That's what they'll be. All right, so now we're gonna, this is a low plank series. We're gonna do 3 rounds of this. All righty, 30 seconds on. Now, I'm gonna use my little black ball. We have this at the gym and it's awesome to create compression in your belly, your anterior core, and to keep those glutes connected. But if you don't have one of these, if you have a yoga block, you can also use that, or you can use a pillow, or you don't have to use any of that, but it really does work that whole body more so. So the exercises are gonna look like this. We are going to get into that low plank, okay? We're gonna hold this for 30, and then we're gonna body saw for 30. And then we're gonna go down into child's pose for 10, and then we're gonna come back up. We're gonna do a little leg curl for 30, okay? Then we're gonna go back down, and then we're gonna go into round 2. We're gonna do 3 rounds, all right? You got this. All right, let's get that ball or the block or a pillow or whatever you have into between your knees, okay? Now you're gonna, right now, let's get a little squeeze going on there, all right? Like I said, you can use a block. Block would be like this. You just squeeze that sucker. All right, let's go down. All right, so we're holding, all right? And we're holding for Now pull those elbows down like you're pulling them down towards your knees. All right, don't look down between your legs. Look straight down at here. Relax those shoulders a little bit. Squeeze. Sorry. Squeeze that ball. Tight, tight, and tighter. If you don't have a ball or a block, then I want you to really squeeze those butt cheeks. All right, tight. All right, now body saw, forward and back. Oh, wait a minute, you go in child's pose first, sorry. It's the way I have my timer set up. So go into child's pose, real quick, step back up, and here we go. Body saw, forward and back, forward and back. Now it's not here, not with the butt in the air, you're gonna hurt your lower back. Squeeze those butt cheeks, make them work. That's the whole thing about having that ball or block. Create that compression, all right? Okay, let's go into child's pose. Stretch it out. Now we're going to go back up. We're going to do those leg curls, all right? You can do it without the ball or the block too. So here we go. 1 and 2. So you really have to squeeze that ball to keep it between your legs. And it's not here. Don't get that butt up in the air, okay? Hear me? Bring it down. It's harder, but you're working at a better pace. Okay, go into child's pose. This is going to be round 2. If you need to, you can go to slower pace, okay? Back up, set ourselves up, we're just holding. Pull those elbows down. Squeeze that ball. If not, squeeze those glutes, pull that core in, and suck those knees into the kneecaps. Get everything really tense. If you start feeling this in your lower back, go into child's pose. Okay, child's pose. We're gonna go back up into body saw, okay? So let's go back up, set ourselves up, pull those elbows down, and body saw forward and back. There you go. Pace yourself. If you need to go into child's pose at any time, please do so. Especially if you start feeling this in your lower back. Almost. Go into child's pose. Stretch it out. So now we're going to go up and do those leg curls. So let's set ourselves up, pull those elbows down, and here we go. One at, that's funny, one at a time. Well, yes, of course it's one leg curl at a time. If you did 2, you'd go flat on your face. Keeping that butt down. Almost. Child's pose. Okay, you get just a couple extra seconds here of rest because I got to reset my timer. I didn't have enough in here. Hang on. Hang on. Come on. Let's reset you. All right, are you ready? Okay, let's set ourselves up. Here we go. Hold that plank. Pull those elbows down towards your knees. Squeeze those butt cheeks. Pull that core in. Think about that vomiting cat. Looking straight down between your hands. You can be here. I'm okay with that. But that really puts a lot more stress on those shoulders. This is the last round. Child's pose. All right, so we're going to go back up for that body saw. Love it. All right, here we go. And here we go. Forward and back. You're pushing all the weight back into your heels. Keep that tension. You should be trembling by now. Almost. If you need to just hold it here, please do so. If you need to go into child's pose, please do so. Okay, child's pose. We have one more, which is the leg curls, and then we'll be moving on. All right, let's set ourselves up. Pull those elbows down, and let's curl. Seconds. And child's pose. Thank God we're done with that. All right. Get a sip of water. All right. We're going to work our glutes a little more here. Put that ball away. If you have a mini band, I love mini bands, that's what you're going to do it with, all right? But if you don't have a mini band, you can still do these glute bridges. It's okay. You'll be good. All right. We're probably going to be about 4 minutes on here. So set yourself up. First, you're going to look at those feet. You want those parallel to each other. You want your feet about hip distance apart. Get those heels in really close as you comfortably can to your glutes, and then go down. Go. All right, so right now setup is key. You want to put your hands on top of those ribs. You want to take a big inhale. Exhale. Feel those ribs go down. Feel that back go down to the floor, okay? Now, if your chin and you're looking behind you, don't do that. Pick that head up, get that neck long. We want a long neck there. Keep that connection with that compression in that belly. You should be able to really feel that belly now because you just really turned it on with that low plank series, okay? So let's push into the floor, push into the back of our arms, and we're gonna hold this glute bridge for a minute. Now, this is all about like a hip thruster. It's not a back. So if I'm here, I'm gonna pull this down a little bit. If my ribs are flared like this, keep that bridge up there by way. Then what's happening? My lower back is arching. Not good. So I'm gonna really pull those ribs in as that pelvis goes up, okay? Then those glutes are gonna help that too. So we wanna keep this really tight here for the whole time. If you feel this in your neck, you can push those knees out like you're going out over your toes. Yeah. Keep that integrity in your core. Holding. Sorry, I keep wiping my nose. I got little sniffles. Nothing to do with the virus. It's all to do with all the pollen in the air. Pull that core in. Okay, now we're gonna go down, all the way, and up. And every time you push into your heels, you should feel those glutes turn on. Exhale as you go up. Keep those ribs in. You can even put your hands on your ribs to make sure, watch, that they're not flaring up, okay? They're not doing this, especially as you go down. You're keeping it in and keeping it in as you're up here, okay? All the way down, all the way up. As you go up, do a little more pelvic tilt up there. A lot of people say, I can't do this because I feel it in my lower back. Well, if those ribs come out and stay out and your lower back is hyperextending, you will feel it in your lower back. This is not your lower back's job. A couple more here. Okay, let's hold it up there. All right, now out with that band and in. And out and in. But you can do this without the band, okay? You can still do those legs out and in. Just keep those feet flat on the floor, all right? And every time you go out, exhale, and also squeeze the glutes. working the glutes here. We're working that core by keeping that integrity, keeping everything together in that anterior core, okay? More seconds here. Keep going. If you start to feel this in your lower back and you're not squeezing those glutes tight enough, go into child's pose, all right? Okay, now we're gonna hold that band out, or you're gonna hold those legs out, all right? Just for 30 seconds. I won't make you hold this out for a minute, although I'm sure we could. But we're just going to hold that out, okay? Keep that out. Oh, I'm trembling. Keep those ribs in. Okay, now let's release that band to neutral, and we're going to do little pulses. Now we are going to do these pulses for a minute. Ah, squeeze it. Squeeze it. Oh, mama. There you go. Exhale. Every time you go up, squeeze those glutes. Ah, did I say we're going to do this for a minute? We are. We got about 25 more seconds. Woo! My butt cheeks are going to be sore tomorrow. I don't mind that. 10 more seconds. Keep that band apart or keep those knees apart. And let's go down on the floor. Take that band off. All right, so we're going to do a little stretch here just because we need to. Right leg goes long, left leg goes long, right leg goes up. So I want you to push into that heel going up toward the ceiling. That leg that's on the floor, I want those toes pointing up to the ceiling, and I want you to press that calf down into the floor. Take this left hand, put it on the opposite side of that leg. Now pigeon toe that foot, and let's just go out over the midline just a little bit without that right hip popping up, okay? You're going to push that right hip down as you push through that heel toward the ceiling. It's like a straight line there, okay? Feeling that really good stretch. Pull that knee into your chest gently. Left leg, right leg goes out long, left leg goes up. Push into that heel. Now that right leg that's on the floor, those toes should be pointing up at the ceiling. Press that calf down into the floor. And take this right hand, put it on the opposite side of that leg, pigeon toe that leg. Without that left hip coming off the ground, just go slightly over the midline. Push that left hip into the floor as you push that through, that arrow through the heel to the ceiling. Hold. Pull that knee in. Yay. Pull the other knee in. Yay. Okay. We're going to work in that dead bug position here. Okay. So we're going to be here. I need my timer. Here you are, my little baby, my timer. Okay, dead bug. I look like a dead bug, right? It's a Sunday. Okay, right here, tabletop. If I was to go like this, my water would spill. If I was to go like this, my water would spill. Tabletop position with those shins. You don't want these knees in, you want them out right over the hips. I hope mine are, I can't really see. Okay, arms go up in the air, right here. Now right here, let's take a big inhale. On the exhale, hopefully you feel that back going down, and we're gonna hold this pose for 30 seconds, all right? This is about keeping that back pressed into the floor, keeping those ribs in, holding. These arms are reaching toward the ceiling. Keep that neck really long. Think about that tabletop. Couple more seconds here. This might be where you stay through the series because this takes a lot of work, okay? Rest. That takes a lot of work to keep that back down. That might be where you're at. That might be where you need to stay until you can slowly progress, all right? So if you like to try, you can stay at that point or you can follow here. We're gonna get back in that tabletop and then it's just the arms. The thumb is gonna go down to the floor and you're gonna reach for that ceiling as you come back up. So let's get in position, get that back down. And here we go. Right arm leads. Left. Exhale as you go back. That's 2. Keep those ribs down. 3. 4. 5. This isn't fast. 6. You control the motion. 7. 8. 9, 10, and 11. One more here. 12. Pull those knees into your chest. All right, so like I said, now we're going to go to legs next, but you can stay with just the arms if the legs bother you. I'm going to show you 2 ways to do it. So we're going to get back in that tabletop here. The arms are stable. They're not moving. So you're reaching for the ceiling. And you're just going to take 2 ways of doing it. The first way is the hip. You're moving from the hip. The heel goes down. All right? It's not this. Okay? You're not bending that knee. The knee never bends. It's just the hip. Okay? Or you can push that leg out and back in. When you come back in, make sure you come to tabletop position. All right, so set yourself up, get that back, push that back into the floor, and here we go. 1. Push that leg out, 2. You could be here. 3, 4, 5, keep that back down. 6, 7, 8, woohoo, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Pull those knees into your chest. Now you can make this exercise as easy as you want to or as hard as you want to. Mine, I'm really struggling a little bit, and I've been doing this quite a long time. But I want to really control the motion. I can find all kinds of ways to make the exercise harder to me by keeping that integrity in my pose, all right? So now, combination. Now you might just still be here holding while we do the movement, or you can be here. Okay, you're pushing through that heel. Or you can be heel down, okay? Just try to really push that back into the floor. Okay, and here we go. Out, exhale, in. Out, in. What about the tabletop? This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Great job, everybody. Pull those knees in. Let's rock side to side. Good job. All right. Keep rocking. Okay, we're going to do a side plank. We're going to work those obliques. Okay, you're going to 2 ways to do a side plank. The way to set up, though, is very important. You're going to be up against that imaginary wall. If you have a yoga mat, just use the edge, the back end of that yoga mat as a imaginary wall. You're going to first set up with that elbow up against that imaginary wall, all right? Up against the edge of the yoga mat. And you're gonna really pull that elbow in, even further than you think you need to, okay? And then you're gonna either be stacked like this, all right? Or you can keep that knee down. I gotta get on my mat a little more. All right, so we're gonna hold the pose for 30, and then we're gonna rotate, hip dip, and rotate for 30. So it's gonna look like this. You're gonna be here, we're gonna hold for 30, then we're gonna hip dip and rotate under. One side for 30, and then the other side for 30. Now you can still be here on your knee. You can hip dip, and then you can rotate down, okay? And then back up, you can be there. All right, so let's set ourselves up. Now right here, okay, let's just back off a little bit. All righty, so my elbow is really far in, and right now I'm sort of dumping on my shoulder here. So use these obliques and pull it up, all right? You feel how that shoulder goes back? You want to keep that shoulder back, because if you start dumping on that shoulder, by even going out like this a little bit as you're up there, you're going to really put stress on that shoulder. And that's why a lot of people do have a hard time with the side plank, because they're not really pressing down into that elbow and pulling that shoulder back, okay? Just a little bit of info there. All right. Okay, and here we go. Let's set ourselves up. You can be on your knee, and I think right now, because I'm going to talk, I will be on my knee. All right. You're looking straight ahead. You're not looking down. That elbow is back up against that imaginary wall. The head is too. All right, holding. You're holding up by these obliques. You can even hold like this if you need mind-body connection. All right. Okay, we got a couple more seconds here before we start that hip dip and rotate. Okay, now let's hip dip and rotate down. And again, hip dip, take down, dip, rotate, hip dip, rotate. Get those glutes down. Don't stick that butt up in the air. Almost. Okay, now rest. We're going to go to the other side. So let's set up. Up against that imaginary wall. Alrighty. Get that elbow way under. And here we go. Okay, head's back. Long neck, not looking down at the ground. Pull that core in. Squeeze those butt cheeks together. You're going to feel that pelvis go forward. That's where you want to be. All right? Here we go. Good job, everybody. That that shoulder should be back. Not out. Not shrugged. Pull that core in tighter. Squeeze those butt cheeks tighter. Okay, here we go. Hip dip and rotate. Hip dip, rotate. And again. Hip dip, rotate. Keep the glutes down. Don't get that butt up in the air. Hear me? That's a real southern thing. And down, relax. All right. Okay, so now we're going to work on some bear holds in a bear stance. I like to call it a bulldog because if I'm here, I feel more like a bulldog than a bear. Can't you see a little bulldog walking around? All right, so setup is key, as I always say. We are going to spread those fingers apart. We are going to grip that floor, right? And sort of kind of turn those elbow pits forward. You're going to make that back work. Bear is like this. Oh, well, I'm going to call it bulldog. So bulldog, knees are slightly off the ground, all right? This is where the vomiting cat comes in to help, because you're going to really pull that interior core in tight. All right, and we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. It's not up here, guys, all right? It's not there. If you can't just hover off that floor, then just hover for a few seconds and then back down. Hover for a few seconds seconds and then back down, all right? So let's set ourselves up. And we're hovering. Now pull that core in. You're not looking down between your crotch. You're looking down at the floor. Do not drop that head though. Don't shrug those shoulders. Holding, pull that core in, vomiting cat. Sound effects. Okay, child's pose. Stretch it out. Okay, now the next 30 seconds, you're gonna need to get up here. We're gonna be back in that bulldog, and then you're gonna walk it out one leg at a time to a plank. All right? And then walk it back in for 30 seconds. Okay, let's set ourselves up. And here we go. Right leg, left leg, left leg, right leg. Okay, and just keep alternating. When you're out there in that plank, really squeeze the glutes for a count of 2 and then back in. Grip that floor with your hands. Don't shrug those shoulders. Okay, child's pose. Now, if that's too much for you, you might just want to work on hovering in the bulldog, all right? This time around, we're going to be here. We're going to walk it out to a front. And when you're here, just push the weight into your heels, hold it, and then we're going to walk it back in, all right? Okay, here we go. Get into that bulldog, hover, back out, and in. Out, and in. Squeeze those glutes when you go out to that plank. And in, out, and in. Almost, out, and in. One more, out, and in. Yay! Into child's pose, get a sip of water. All right. Okay, guys. We have one more exercise to do. This is not a long core class today, but what I like to do in my core strength class on a Monday night, a lot of times, and my people know this, is to end with a final wall sit because it's such a great core, all body workout. So, if you have one of those big Swiss balls like this is great for doing those wall sits. All right, you're gonna find your spot that you need to be. So when you first go down, you may have to just play with it. Okay, you're gonna sink those hips back like you're sitting. Woo, I'm gonna have to put my mat over here. Like you're sitting back in a chair, all right? We're gonna hold that for 15 seconds. If you have a little black ball, this is what we normally use. We have those at the gym. Okay, then you're gonna be here, and then once again, you're gonna sink it back, all right? But I think I'm gonna use, maybe I can use that up against that wall. Now, if you don't have one of these balls, that's okay, you can still do this. You can maybe use your hands to go back with. I'm okay about that. And get yourself set up. You want to get as low as feels comfortable for you, but you want to get that back up against the wall, okay? Now, when we come up, if you can't drive through your heels and stand up, I want you just to have a little help with the back of your hands, okay? I gotta get this out the way because I'm slipping and sliding. I don't want to slip and slide. We're going to go for 12. Yes, we are. Great way to finish up. I think I'm going to try this. It's not the best wall to do it on, but right now we have to compromise, right? Okay. So get up wall, find your space. I usually like to put that ball, if I'm using a little black ball, all right, lower sacrum area. And then let's just get into position here. And here we are, we're holding. Yay! Now I want you to work that back while we're here, okay? I want you to pull those shoulders back and down, keep those shoulder blades together. I want you to pull that core in. Keep those knees apart and up. That's one, and down. Yes. You don't want your knees to go over your toes, but they can go over, you don't want to go past your toes, but they can go over your toes. Up, oh, that was 16 seconds. And 3. Now really pull that core in. Be mindful here. You can go down to 90 degrees, but if that's too far, then don't go that far. Be where you need to be. Up for your body. Down. I think this is 4. Pull that core in. Looking straight ahead, not down between your legs. Right about now, mine's starting to shake. Up. Woohoo! 5. This is where I start to say in my class, get comfortable being in an uncomfortable situation. Up and down, and they hate me for it. Almost. Up. I think this is 6. We're halfway. You put your hands on your thighs if you want to. Just don't push up on them when you go up. Drive through those heels. Up. Oh, God. My legs are burning and down. 7. Pull that core in. Shoulders back and down. Now, you might not be able to do 12, and that's fine. Up. Woo. 8. Woo. Here we go. Oh, I'm trembling. Up. Oh, gosh. You feeling it? I am. Down. Whoop. Might have to readjust yourself. Pull that core in. Up. I think this is 10. Down. This is where mental toughness comes in. Up. Mind. Down. This is 11. This is hurting you though. You just walk out of it, all right? Don't go to that pain point, guys. It's not worth it. Up. This is the last one. We got this. And down. Pull that core in. Almost. Up. That was 16 seconds. All right, walk it off. Great job, everybody. Okay, let's stretch those quadriceps. All right, so find a place up against the wall that you can hold on to. Grab that right ankle, pull that glute into your butt. Pull that heel into your glute. Now right here, squeeze those butt cheeks, feel the pelvis go forward. That right shoulder, pull it back and down. You can take that opposite hand and reach up and over if you like. I like to hold these stretches for about 30 seconds. Pull that core in. go to the other side. All right, try and get that heel into the glute. Woo, quadriceps, feel them. All right, squeeze the glutes, push that pelvis forward a little bit, pull that core in. Right hand can come up and over if you like a little extra reach there. Almost. All right, so now let's do a little shoulder static stretch. All right, you're going to come into child's pose. You're going to take that left hand, you're going to thread the needle under it, and you're going to try to get that shoulder down to the floor as you reach with those right fingertips, all right? You're going to get a really good stretch here. Sink those glutes back over your heels if you can. That'll give you a little more stretch there. You'll feel it in that left shoulder into that shoulder blade. Holding, just relax. All right, let's come up, other side, and just sink those glutes, hips back over those heels, and just relax. Reach with those left fingertips. Almost. Okay, now let's come down all the way. We're going to stretch out those at the anterior core. You're going to go into Sphinx, and we're going to hold. So right here, I want you to really stretch, okay? Push your pelvis into the floor. Shoulders are back, okay, or down. You should feel that good stretch. And if you can come up to here, that's great. But if you feel this too much in your lower back, please come back down. And we're holding. Try and get those shoulder blades back together. That opens up your chest. Squeeze the glutes, and that'll get your pelvis down to the floor. Keep it out of your lower back. Stretch. Okay, now let's go back into child's pose. Stretch it out. Up to down dog. Oh, there we go. Push your hands into the floor. Sink those heels. Keep your ears between the biceps. And walk your hands in. Bend your knees. And let's stand up. Last stretch of the day, everybody. Inhale, reach. Exhale, push. Inhale, reach. Exhale, push. One more time. Inhale, reach. And exhale, push. Great job, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. I miss seeing you guys at the gym. And take care. And God bless.